So we are going to be continuing to look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are on episode 13 of this series, and in the last episode we saw a lot of events happen, like two big wars up over inside of the British Isles and inside of Scandinavia. We saw the Koreans and the Japanese expand into the rest of Korea, and we also saw India expand. If you guys are enjoying this series, please make sure to like and subscribe. We are on the road to 3.5k subscribers, and it'd help out a ton if you hit that like button and subscribe. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video, and we are going to be starting off with the League of Africa. In the last episode, we didn't see the League of Africa really do anything, and that's because they were taking a short break from expanding or exploring, but in this, we are going to see them continuing to explore. We see the purple team mainly focusing in on their exploration forces down into the center of Africa. We see a mass exploration take place pretty much down into Nigeria, until we finally see them reach the coastline. And now there are barely any, well, I don't want to say barely any, but they now have two areas that are unexplored inside of Africa, the southern part, and then they have the western part. And they are going to send a lot of exploration forces into the western part to try and explore a lot more of it. But now if we move up over to Iberia, we are going to be seeing them invading a country. And the Iberians, they are going to be invading into this teal team right here. Iberian troops enter into a pretty weak country, one of the weakest in the world probably. And they make quick work of this country. Some forces in the south head down and cut off the border with them and the pink team. And that was because there was some fairly good relations going in between the pink team and the teal team. We also see a sweeping campaign in the north to take over the border of Bavaria. And after both of those borders are taken, we pretty much just see the full collapse of this country. And we see full annexation. And the Iberians have expanded now into Italy, which is making a lot of these Italian countries worried for their sovereignty. But we'll come back to this later. Now we need to move over to the Holy Chinese Empire, where we actually see a war happening. This war is going to start with some troops from the orange team advancing in to the brown team. This area of land was kind of disputed between the two countries, and now the orange team has had enough and they have sent full troops into this country. If you remember, these two countries used to be underneath the same flag, and they never really got along after that. I'm pretty sure this used to be like a military group. But it's going to become even worse when the blue team starts to invade as well. They want full control over this bay area, and they're going to take that by force. But then we see the pink team invade once again into the blue team, and this time, their logistics for this war are pretty good. They're able to take over the whole northern area of this country very quickly. And the blue team was not expecting this at all. And we also start to see this blue team invade into the other teal team. Jeez, there's too much colors over here. But then in the north of this blue team, we see a rebellion pop up. And this rebellion is pro-neutrality inside of the Holy Chinese Empire. And we start to see these guys fight as well. The blue team is going to be able to push back against the forces from the blue team here. But an invasion is also going to start from the brown team in the, I guess, what area is this? The orange team is going to continue to have successes as they take over the entire coast of the brown team. And very soon they're at the gates of the capital city. The blue team is freaking out right now. So they're going to be pretty smart about this. They're going to pull a lot of their troops out of this front line here. And what they do instead is they send a majority of them down to this capital city right here, taking it. And then a majority of those forces go back up over here. Pretty smart move by the blue team. But now their forces are directly fighting with the orange team, which very quickly take the capital city of the brown team. The brown team is going to just be pushed back to the border of this team right here, where they're going to have to just die. The blue team is not going to have enough troops to go up here and stop the pink team, so they're just going to have to let the northern areas go. But as they do, the military groups of the pink team are going to go ahead and rise up against the pink team, as they lead a military rebellion into the pink team and very quickly take the capital city. Now there are some savages inside of the pink team, which are very quickly going to start an invasion right into the blue team once again. What does this country want? Well, they want full control over this canal right here. And they might just take that as they're on the outskirts of the capital city. The blue team pulls a big chunk of forces off of this front line here, but for some reason they're still not giving up this little part right here. This does lead to them pushing back these troops here. But at the same time, the orange team is going to take advantage of this and invade right into the blue team once again. The blue team just realized they're in a very bad position, and they're going to go ahead and surrender to the brown team. Inside of a peace treaty between them and the orange team, they're just going to go ahead and annex all of the old brown team, and the blue team gets nothing, but whatever. It's not as big as a deal as the dark blue team is up in the north. In the south areas of the blue team, far away from the capital city, we see yet another rebellion take place. And this is more of the agricultural regions of the blue team. And the blue team is in big trouble because their capital city has just been taken. And, well, it is not looking good for them. Forces from the rebellion now move up into blue team territory. And the blue team has just been eviscerated. The blue team right here is going to have success pushing the yellow team back up. But they're not going to be able to push into the yellow team, so they're just going to get independence. And that's it for that war. I don't even know what that war should be called. Make up a name for it yourself in the comments. Anyways, let's look at a peace treaty of this country. So in the first part of this peace treaty, the yellow team is going to get their independence from the blue team. This green team will annex these two provinces from the blue team. And this dark blue team is going to annex the pink team and parts of the blue team. But that's not all we're going to do with the blue team, as they've completely collapsed at this point. As we see the rest of the blue team get carved up into, 4 new countries. We have the blue team right here, the pink team, the red team, and the lime team. There's your Holy Chinese Empire update, and let's head over to Europe. We are going to be moving over to Bavaria because these guys are going to be expanding. We see them expanding their whole eastern border, and they expand into these areas here. Bavaria is the strongest German country. Bavaria is a mix between Italian and German, and for some reason, it's mixing very well. The Green Germanic state, after losing almost all of their population, they're going to expand, trying to just get a little bit more of something. I don't know. But then yellow team troops are going to enter into the green team, as well as brown team troops. And a rebellion will take place up in the north. You just can't win if you're in this area of the world. Very quickly, they will lose their coastal access. Yet another rebellion will pop up in some of the areas they just conquered, as the rest of their country is split by outside invaders. Inside of this German peace treaty, the pink team is going to get independence, as well as the purple team. The green team is still going to exist, but only in their capital city regions. And the yellow and brown team are going to both expand. We're going to start to see the purple team start to expand as well. And in this piece of land right here, we're going to see the creation of a Polish country. And here is your Polish state. The Polish country's capital city is going to be right here. And we're going to do a few more things in this episode. First off, over inside of Ukraine, we're going to start to see some explorers go out. And this is because Ukraine is in desperate need of some more land. More resources are needed to contain the sheer amount of people inside of Ukraine, because there's a lot more than you'd think. But these guys, they're going to be expanding or exploring up north. I get those words confused a lot. Exploring and expanding, and I do not know why. But these guys, they're going to be exploring up here, and they're finally going to find Germany, or technically Russia. And they're not going to be met with open arms. We see a little bit of fighting, but overall, nothing really comes from it. And instead, we just see the Ukrainians expanding. We see them expanding into these borders here. Inside of Europe, we see a lot of countries coming together to go ahead and explore the rest of this part here. And only shortly after the Ukrainians find out about the Germans in Russia, pretty much the rest of Europe does as well. So, wow. We also go ahead and see Finland start to explore into Karelia more. And I'm just going to go ahead and color it all in. And pretty much all of Europe has been explored, except for these areas here. India has been exploring some more areas, and we're going to start to see them expand. They take over the rest of this little peninsula right here, and we also see them start to expand down south more. And in the final event of this video, we have to go back over to Iberia, because they have just started an invasion into Corsica, as well as a naval operation into the southern part of Sardinia, or I guess Genoa. But that is going to do it for this episode of What If Civilization Started Over. If you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.